to say anything?
I'm recording.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we're here. As you know, we are 9 weeks out from the Olympia.
It's 9 weeks? Here's 9 weeks.
It's 9 weeks. It's 9 weeks minus 2 days. Or 1 day. And we're here in Dauda's household preparing meat. So, as you know, separate fat pieces from the juicy pieces. Someone is very lucky right now. You want it or you don't want it? You decide. You decide what you want, my friends. Here we go. Boom! No, it's not the way he likes it. He likes it given by hand.
I want to be fed.
He likes to be fed. Okay. You coming?
Little shit.
Sit down.
Pampered.
Sit.
Well.
So what we have here, we have beef steak, and we separate fat from lean meat. To have as little amount of fat in it as possible, especially being in prep for Samsung. Sit down, Samsung. Sit. Sit down. Thank you. So in the off season, still separate the fat, but it's not as detailed as in the prep. So that will last for around 2 weeks of beef, and then later on, the master chef himself will do the chicken. That will also last for 2 weeks. Yes.
Your favorite moment? I
Oh,
like
yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
He likes this a lot.
He does like it a lot. We had it in the freezer. There's still bits here they're not fully frozen, but they're just still a bit cold. But what that will do actually, it will make the meat better because it's not going to overcook it. It will keep it nice and red on the inside. So then later on, when you microwaving your meat, reheating, it's going to keep that moisture. Do you agree, Master Chef?
Yes, so it doesn't taste like dry boots.
Yes.
It just still tastes like good steak.
Yes.
And that's one thing is like when you're cooking steak, especially if you're going to cook steak to be reheated later, do not overcook it.
No.
You gotta always kind of leave it a bit.
It's a bit more tricky with chicken because you kind of like,
chicken,
you don't want to overcook it, but at the same time you don't want to too undercook it
No.
because of obviously the bacteria in it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of the same rule applies. Chicken is kind of like it's a hit and miss, right? We don't always get it right
Yeah.
because it is so hard.
Yeah.
Like we've done it 1,000 times between two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Sit.
Yeah.
And we sometimes still get it wrong.
But if it's overcooked, you just end up every time you get this
Yeah.
dry, horrible chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, it's not so enjoyable. But if you do it just right, when you do microwave it time and time again, it's still quite nice and soft. So it's understanding the experience to know the right time to leave it in the grill.
You see, you might get all the best recipes in the world, but you still have to execute it.
Yeah.
So you might get the tools, but then you need the skill.
Execution is key.
Yes?
Yes.
So
Execution
actually, I like the way I said it. You might get the tools, but you need the skill. Just because you get the tools, it doesn't make you an expert. Sit down.
That's bodybuilding all over, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get to meal prepping. Obviously, preparing the chicken. We got 10 kilos of chicken over there that we gotta meal prep. Now, I remember it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago when I was doing this, and a lot of people had a comment, and a lot of people had to sort of say
I
about,
think it's pretty much every single time you do this
Yeah.
videos, you get a comment.
yeah,
Why
oh,
do you
why do you wash
chicken?
your chicken? Common sense. Look, when you open a packet, you see all that, all this fluid that's in there. That's been sitting in there for God knows, I don't know how long as they package this chicken all together. That, I don't know what's in it. I don't want it in my food. That is why we rinse the chicken out. Because that, I can't just take that and put it straight into a bucket and put it on a grill. I don't even know what's been sitting in there, what's been infested in there for days. So, reason I rinse the chicken out is to avoid whatever has been in there. You know, you can't totally avoid it because you're going to put it in the grill anyway, but personally, I don't want that in my food. So that's why I rinse the chicken out. You don't have to wash it, but you do have to rinse it out. And the reason why I've been doing this for years, exactly like this. So you can go back and watch our video from all the way from God knows when I started bodybuilding. We've done this. I've never gotten ill, never had chicken stomach problems, never had any sort of issues from doing it this way. And I am where I am now because I do my chicken this way. So that's some lesson to learn. Another thing as well is we prep our meals fresh, like that, by hand, every single meal. We don't use meal prep companies, we don't use anything else. We prep it straight out of the butchers or from Macro Butchery, straight there, onto the grill, onto the kitchen, onto the plate. There is no middleman. We prep it fresh. The reason why is, man, if you want to do bodybuilding and you want to be able to do it healthily and not have gut issues and stomach issues and digestive issues and whatever else you bring, is prep your meal fresh. So that is one of the reasons that, especially when you go from, obviously the amount of food we have to eat, you need to make sure that you get a quality source from it. And that means try to avoid as much chemical and preservatives and everything as much as possible, because those stuff is what screws you later on, especially when you eat this much food every single day. The more preservatives and every other chemicals you get in your system, additives and all that, the more likely you're going to have a very short career in your stomach, or something in you is going to not feel right and not going to ever feel right, or something's going to go wrong. Every time I do this, I always get the same question.
And you always being like really
And I
pushy
will keep saying the same thing. People are like, what seasoning do you use? What's the stuff you use? Why do you prep season your chicken? And I'm like, I ain't telling you.
He's such a dude.
I'm saving that because one day, look, my plan is this way. Look, one day I'm gonna open my gym, and then as part of my gym, I'm gonna have Samson's Kitchen, where I'm gonna be doing this exact stuff. I'm gonna be doing meal preps in the gym. And I want people to come not just to the gym, but they should come to the restaurant in the gym as well. And I'll open my restaurant. And I'll have
I don't know that.
This is my, look, I have plans for after bodybuilding.
Are you going to open like a full-on restaurant or just
A full-on
bodybuilder
restaurant, a bodybuilding restaurant next to the gym. So not only will you come to the gym to train when I have my big gym, next to the gym, There's going to be a restaurant, and they're going to be doing grilled food, bodybuilding.
You know,
food.
that's like Kuwait. I mean, they have
like
honestly
Kuwait.
the best restaurants
Exactly.
for bodybuilders ever.
Exactly.
Like I've not seen anywhere in the
gym
world.
that does that. You know,
No,
anywhere in the world that does that.
Because a lot of gyms have prep. Yeah.
They have that, but they have
in the
meal,
gyms.
They have meal in the gyms.
Whereas Kuwait, they have like standalone restaurants, like,
exactly.
and you honestly you can prep on the food in Kuwait.
Yeah, because you know the kind of food that they do,
and you request the quantity.
You request quality, and it's right there attached for bodybuilders. So this is my idea. So when I open my gym, right next to the gym facility, you're gonna have Samson Restaurant, bodybuilding food and delights, right next to it, with me doing my grilled chicken, rice, steak, all happening right there. So, guys, that's why I'm not telling you the recipe. Because I want to say that shit. This is me doing my endorsement. So, yeah. It's a hot Sunday. Sun's out. Man, UK, summer started really sucky.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going really good, man. The last 2 months have been like that every day, which is...
Not 2 months.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks.
August. Yeah, but the whole August has been sunny.
We've only a week and a half of August so far.
Well, July was as though...
June
was suck. July was.
July was slightly better.
July
We've
was
not had
better.
rain for two weeks only.
No, it's been more than that. It's been actually a good few weeks. Give UK the props when they deserve it.
You're a bit
Weather's too good.
exaggerating, my friend.
Anyway, I'm about cleaning this grill. And as always, I'm going to get someone to ask, what kind of grill you use? That is the grill I use. Big, chunky outdoor grill. It is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love this grill since we got it. But I gotta heat it up and it's hot. Get that grill.
Yes.
So, put up that first batch going in. I think I can take that out so we're gonna get all chicken for one. Now, I know when I get a lot of questions and messages from young up and coming bodybuilders, and obviously some of them, a lot of them is doing training and diet and stuff like that, and they're always asking for like tips and ideas of what they should do as an up and coming bodybuilder, what they should do to sort of help their progress along. And this tip, I just want to give you guys one idea, something. Not just for people that want to be bodybuilders, but people that want to lose weight, get into any kind of shape or anything like that. Most of the time, like I would say probably 99% of the time, the reason why people fail on their goal isn't because of the training. Yeah. Training, as long as you're training hard, you're going to get progress anyway. But the biggest thing where people fail and falter is diet. It's falling off diet, it's falling off your food. So if you're up and coming and you're about to start doing this, or you're starting doing this, one thing I always advise you is learn to meal prep in bulk for the whole week or the whole 2 weeks or anything like that. Try and learn to prepare your meals in advance. I cannot state enough how easier and how helpful it is to have all your meals for literally the week or 2 weeks over already prepped, ready for you to go. A lot of people like to eat, I want to eat my meal fresh each time and all that. But tell me, that is so hard to maintain every day. Especially if you're working or you're doing different jobs, different things, and you're not at home all day, trying to prepare each meal as it goes. You see a lot of pro bodybuilders do that. It's not freaking easy. If you're not sitting at home just waiting for each meal, it's not easy. So if you prepare all your meals in bulk and you then portion them as you go and portion them each day, it's a lot easier to stay on a diet and stay on track when you do that than if you're trying to prepare each meal as you go. So if you manage to do that and you manage to get all your meals prepped all one a hit and then you portion them each day, like, okay, 4 meals a day, 3 meals a day, 5 meals a day, 6 meals a day, you portion them all out and then you just go through your day, you just take them with you or you eat them at home, you just heat them up and reheat it. It's so easy to stay on a diet that way. It's one of the biggest faults for most people is being able to stay consistent on their eating. When you have your meals already ready, you don't have the tendency to go snack out a lot. You don't have the tendency to follow your diet because you don't have your next meal ready to go, and you won't eat crap or go off with either. And another thing as well, a lot of people like to obviously now supplement protein for like shakes and stuff like that. Try to limit your shakes around training or for training purposes. Don't rely on powdered shakes as a meal protein source all day. It's not, we put a lot of emphasis on eating fresh food. The reason why I'm able to progress this fast and have great digestion and have no issues is because I eat fresh food. As much as it is, supplements are good, but you can't make them the bulk of your protein source through the day. You can't make them most of your protein source through the day. Your stomach will get fucked up. Eat fresh meat, man. Eat fresh food. It will always be a big change. Second batch of chicken. Now this one, I went for the jerk flavor for the first batch. With this one, I'm gonna do my second favorite, which is Nando's. I love Nando's, man. Those guys in the US, they probably don't know Nando's so much. But us in the UK, we do have a chicken restaurant here in the UK, which is probably the only decent sort of like food restaurant you can eat if you're a bodybuilder. One of the recent ones anyway, is here in the UK called Nando's. And they were absolutely nice. It was great chicken. So that is a restaurant that And you can buy their seasoning, their sauces out in the grocery store as well. So I love using them. We help a lot. What we normally do, for guys I've watched our meal prep video before, our protein sources, other than obviously eggs and what's the last one? Yeah, eggs are the only one left. Other than eggs in the morning, our protein sources we cook right in hand in bulk, and then for our carb sources, that one, she prepares every 3 days, and those are the ones that get adjusted from week to
Sweet potato and rice.
sweet potato and rice and stuff like that. Those.
Well, that's it really from now on.
That's what we have.
Because pasta is over.
Pasta is over now.
And you're going to add fish as well at some
And
point.
add fish as well, so
That's the protein,
yeah, so that way protein intake we take. But in terms of like carb sources, we prepare that every 3 days,
Yeah.
and that goes in the steamer, so that's easy to do. But like with protein and stuff, like I said, we cook them all in bulk, we cut them, we bag them, we weigh them and bag them, and then we take them out 3 days at a time. We freeze them and then we take them out 3 days at a time for them to defrost, and we eat them that way. But that's how we kind of do that, and that way mentally works for us when it comes to adjusting food. It's just a lot easier to kind of adjust it from that sort of tendency in a way. And this way we just stay on track with things, And what people tend to forget, especially, guys that are doing this up and coming and stuff like that, what is a big part of bodybuilding most people don't like to address, or they don't address enough of, is expenses, man. Bodybuilding is expensive, especially the amount of food you gotta eat. It's expensive. And coming from a place where we struggled financially a lot when we first started this, young guys are in college or working and trying to do bodybuilding and then trying to eat this much food, it can cost you a lot. I mean, what does it cost us a month in food?
A lot.
A lot. So, it's not something that's easily sort of doable and financial like that. So trying to find ways of doing it, and this is why I think when you're young and you're doing this, it's trying to find smart ways of doing this and save money and sort of find a way of going around it. Because whatever skills you pick up in that trait when you're doing this, it will help you in the long run later on as well. You don't have to do it the most expensive way. Try and find easier ways to come do it. And that's another reason why I kind of tell guys, butcheries, going to the butchers, going to places where you can buy meats cheaper.
Like Macro.
Like Macro.
Obviously, Macro is much cheaper than Butchers.
Macro is much cheaper than Butchers. That's one reason why we go to wholesaler and Macro to buy a bunch of it. It helps you financially on trying to buy good quality protein source, and especially like steaks and stuff that are really expensive. It helps you to be able to do this long term like that and save a lot of money in it. So, I always kind of tell guys, that's one reason why I'm cooking bulk, because if I have to cook every single day, meal by meal, man, electric, is expensive. Gas is expensive, putting it on the cooker every single time to cook each meal. It's going to all come up it's all going to add up, So being able to do it in bulk in one hit on the barbecue grill and just hit it all in bulk and have 2 weeks worth of food and not have to cook each time, it saves you a lot in that way as well. So even buying rice, like Michael, we buy a bag of rice and that bag lasts us, months. So this is the way that we've all figured out things that we've done when we didn't have a lot. That we thought those habits that we formed then, they're helping us now. So we're able to do this quite easily and it just becomes a habit. So you know how you kind of keep this up quite nice and not cost your arm and leg. It's hot. So first batch of chicken done. Second one going in straight after. Yeah, training hard is easy. Doing all this, every other part that's outside the gym, that's the hard part about it. Like staying on the bill, staying disciplined, keeping that day in and day out. That's the hard part.
Lifestyle.
That's the boring lifestyle is the hard part. And most people don't understand that. It doesn't matter how hard you train in the gym, but if you don't get the other part right, and it's not just the meal prep, cooking, eating consistently, all that, educating yourself as well. Learning for yourself, trying to pick up as much knowledge about your body as you can, learning everything you can and being adaptable and learning that part of it. That's what gets you somewhere, not just training in the gym how hard you can. Anybody, also people train hard in the gym. That's easy. The lifestyle, consistent lifestyle, that's where it's hard. And educate, man. Educate yourself as much as you can. You know, learn to be self-reliant, learn to be self-dependent. Think, oh, my coach is going to tell me everything and I just follow it by the book and don't know anything for myself. Try to learn so you know what your body actually is like. And try to remember, your coach is there to teach you, not just to tell you, oh, do this and do that. You have to learn for your own self. That's key. That's key to grow for every industry, not just bodybuilding. Steak, seasoned the way I like it. Nice and easy. And then when the chickens are done, the steak goes in last. And then what we do, we put them on the side and let it cool down. And then later on we start portioning it. But steak. Let's go finish up chicken. Alright, so here we have, man. Meal prep 101. Steak, 2 weeks worth. Chicken breast, 2 weeks worth. Grilled, ready to go. So wait up for it, let them cool down, and then later on, we're gonna chop them into pieces, bag them, weigh them, freeze them, and as well as for the next 2 weeks, take them each week, day at a time. But this is them here. We let that cool off. We'll do the next part in about an hour or so when it finally cools down for it. And then as we have here, remember as I said about the rice and sweet potato. So steamer's going, we got sweet potato in there, getting steamed up. Steamed cooked sweet potato, and then the rice goes in as well afterwards. But that's what we do, how to prepare carb sauces. So yeah, everything from scratch. Everything is in, everything measured, weighed, cooked from scratch, freshly homed. And yeah, this is how we do it. So I'm gonna go chill and rest my feet because it's hot as hell outside. Cool down and give them all a chance to get ready. And then we'll do the second part. Well, now that's the second part. I'm gonna chill out. Yeah. And then wrap up.
So the chicken is being portioned. Now it's being cut and then
Scale it.
going to be portioned, 250 grams each. We go into the freezer. And that's it. It's going to be for 2 weeks. 2 weeks worth.
Chicken is 250.
250 grams and beef is 200. Okay. So we're portioning chicken now. All cut. It's portioned. It's almost done.
Steak next.
Steak will be next, and that will be us today.
We're prep done for the day. Well,
Yes.
for 2 weeks.
And
Just
in
about.
2 weeks' time,
There we go.
go over. We're back at it again.
So, guys, we come to the end of our video. And yep, Sunday meal prep day. So I've seen what I've talked about in terms of how we prepare our meals at this stage. Officially 9 weeks out, yep. And our protein sources, carb sources, this is how we prepare. We always prepare every 2 weeks, like I explained, and the benefits of why we do it this way. And so I'll give you an idea of everything. And now we just obviously, Mel is already bagging everything else. We're going to put it in the freezer, and then we just portion in, and we just take each one out as it goes. But yes, this is our progress. This is something we've done for a long time now. For as long as we started this. This is one of those things that we picked up. And one of those habits that we've done so much, it's just become a regular occurrence. We do it all the time. We're so used to it. It's always worked. It's always been a great way to stay on your diet, like I said. And it's been absolutely amazing way of working everything, and both efficient and fund-wise. It works very well that way as well. So guys, thank you all for watching another video from us, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. Like and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you next week in the next one. So till then, take it easy.